Welcome. Thank you for stopping by, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon, and yes, it's Gem Fix Farm Max That Rush episode 92. Make sure you get in on the action if you get a chance. Please do. Also, just like the like button, gently depress that subscribe button. Turn on notifications because I will, of course, be bringing you more exciting Clash of Clans content and, of course, the earliest and most accurate update information. All right, so let's talk about gemming this account, because I'll just be honest with you guys. Gem Fix Farm Max That Rush. Okay, A, it's not rushed anymore. B, there's not a whole heck of a lot of farming happening here, to be honest. Okay, now we will do some farming on other accounts, and of course, at some point, I think it would be a lot of fun to completely farm a Town Hall 13. Of course, now that you saw me gem a Town Hall 2 to Town Hall 13 in one episode, you know that we've got another Town Hall 13. I've got 3 Town Hall 13 accounts right now. So, well, let's just see what we're going to do with the third one. As you can see on this account, we've got tons of runes of Dark Elixir remaining, but we want to wait until we have full, or completely empty rather, Dark Elixir storages, and maxed out, of course, like we just did, before we use those runes. Now, what we did decide to do was try some dragon attacks, because I heard they were super strong. Unfortunately, dragons weren't maxed, and I decided, okay, this is the part where we just gem some stuff, okay? So we spent like 3,000 gems to max out dragons, because I heard this rumor that the brand new level of dragons was O to the P, crazy strong, and that maybe all of my Yetis, I just was missing out. So we went ahead and tried out maxed out dragons. Now this is one of the great things about this account, and that is that I can friendly challenge my own maxed out account with this account and kind of experiment. Now in this case, obviously, I had the boosted heroes, which I have not maxed out the heroes on this account yet, and that's kind of what we're shooting for. But still, it's a good way to take a look at some attack strategies and see if Galadon can learn them, and remember, if Galadon can 3, the strat's OP. So this is the dragon. Now, of course, this is amateur, okay? This is not me doing anything advanced. There's no Warden Walk. We're not really using any high strategy here. Just trying to get a little bit of funneling going so that the dragons will at least head towards the core of this ring base. I believe this is actually one of Itsu's ring bases. These things are, like Itsu says, super annoying, but can be relatively effective. I think I have a fix. I think I came up with an attack strategy that I slightly modified my own strat, and I'll show that in a future episode, to annihilate these ring bases with a funny little trick. Now this was, of course, a little bit better funneling than maybe I normally do, but the dragons got in there and they got the town hall out of the way. But you'll notice this is going to be far from a triple. So, you know, I did try this a few more times. I will admit I did a bunch of dragon attacks. I did not find it to be particularly overwhelmingly strong, and I pretty much abandoned the idea of going to dragon or air attacks in the immediate future. We're going to stick to ground spam, Galiolo Yeti spam, and variants of that, I think, is where we're going to be at for now. Now, if you have another idea, please do let me know down in the comments. If there's another army that you think is going to be way stronger or that I'm missing out on, let me know. And of course, if you want to help out with gemming that army, you could always use creator code Galadon. I hate to mention it every single video, but you know, the thing is, there's packages coming out, and unlike any other content creator I've heard of, I am giving 10% of anything I get back to charity and 10% back to you guys, the viewers. And if you're wondering where the other 80% goes, I'll tell you right now. It goes to bills, goes to buy a new computer, internet, college bills of my 2 daughters that are both going to college right now, and our dog who needs chemotherapy. So in advance, thank you for that. I do appreciate it, but also I will be giving back. In the meantime, let's check out a farming raid with the new maxed out dragons. Now, of course, this was going to be easier. We all know that facing a fully maxed out anti-2, anti-3 star base is going to always be more difficult than facing just about anybody in trophy hunting below Legend League, right? There's not a whole lot of really solid, fully maxed out, prepared bases with all the heroes awake and clan castles full of defensive troops. So yeah, I just thought, you know, it'd be fun to give it a try. And yes, it is super strong in farming. No, it didn't require much effort, and the dragons kind of swept through the village. Again, these anti-2-star style bases can be a little bit difficult. The Archer Queen and a stray dragon wandered in, and everybody else is going to wipe out this base. So the thing, you know, again, remember, the game is designed to give the advantage to the attacker, right? If we were having this big problem with winning battles up here, I think that it would be a lot harder for players to really enjoy playing Clash. And it's funny because if you played, you remember, back in 2014, 15, 16, the attacks were harder back then. Okay, maybe more like 15, but they were harder. Players were failing on a regular basis who were up at the very top ends of the trophy ranges because it just was not that easy. Over the last few years, we've seen the game kind of evolve towards, some would say, an easier game, but I think that you just have to set your standards higher. No longer are we looking at, oh, I really want to win this attack. It's like, I really want to 3-star this attack, right? 3 stars win wars, 3 stars win the hearts of your fellow clanmates, and of course they win more loot. So, you know, perhaps it's just a matter of, yes, offense has gotten stronger, but also the encouragement or the need to grab those 3 stars is higher than it ever has been. So, speaking of 3 stars and maxed out bases, I thought that I would go back and try Galadon 13.0 and notice that he's not even fully maxed out here. So there are no power potions or hero potions running. The Yetis are maxed out. The Royal Champion, of course, is maxed out, but the King, Queen, Warden, they each have a few levels left to go. This is not even the ideal attack. This, I feel, uses way too much spell space for earthquakes, although perhaps with this base, it worked out perfectly because you can see there's really nothing that we can't get to at this point. We're going to crush everybody from the core on out and completely wipe out this base with a little bit of STAP. Getting the abilities right, getting the rages just right did help. And I'm telling you, is this attack overpowered? Probably a little bit. Again, there are other attacks out there that may be even stronger. I will be, of course, using Itsu's famed way too strong attack in a future video, and I have to agree with him. It is also very strong, but it's harder to use than this attack. There's no ward and walk. There's almost no funneling happening in this attack. It's just spam a bunch of units and get a couple of spell placements and timings right, and you win. And so, yeah, I was kind of surprised to see it, but it's true. The Yetis late in these battles oftentimes can roll over just about anything. They are so strong, so tanky. The Royal Champion at level 20, incredibly strong as well. So I hate to sound like a broken record, but if you are thinking that these troops may not be nerfed, I think you might be surprised. Again, hopefully it's a balancing, and rather than dropping down the stats on the Yeti, we see maybe new Archer Tower levels come out, new Mortar levels come out, that sort of thing. Because I always prefer a balance to a straight out nerf, because players kind of feel a little bit disappointed, especially if you just got there. And I know a lot of players are battling, farming to get those Yetis maxed out as soon as possible, and you never know. I think that after videos like this and Itsu's video, honestly, the likelihood seems high. Now, I will tell you this, and okay, don't kill the messenger. What I'm saying is, no. It is not because I've made this video and because Itsu made his video that Supercell is going to decide to nerf the Yeti or the Royal Champion. That is not how it works. I guarantee you guys that they are looking at your attacks. Supercell and the Clash of Clans team have technology that gives them the ability to compile data from the millions of attacks that happen every single day and see what the win rate is. You know, they can calculate based upon the troops you're using, how strong your army is, and how much success the average clasher has. So those are the things that they will be looking at. If you're familiar with Clash Royale, it's the same way, except for those numbers are actually publicly posted. You can see the win rates of individual cards when they're used in decks. You can't see that in Clash of Clans, but I can tell you that they definitely have that information. And that is what is going to determine whether there is a nerf or a balancing coming in the days, weeks, or months ahead. All right, hey, wait, this was a Gemfix Farm Max That Rush, so let's get into the status report. Yes, okay, we didn't spend any money today. We spent some gems, we gemmed up those dragons, but our total now hangs just over $5,800. Again, just some dragon gems was what we spent, and I kind of feel like maybe that was a waste of $23 worth of gems. Time spent, 246 hours. Next goals, maxing out the heroes. That is going to be my only focus until we get those done. I hope that you guys have some input for me. I would love to try new attacks. I would love to see you stop by a live stream and share in the farming fun as we watch every single attack. Until then, thank you for making it all the way to the end of the episode. You're the true hashtag GalaFam. Now get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, be kind to people, planets, and animals, have a happy holidays, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks. Galadon, I've got an idea. Don't let Supercell nerf those troops. Just have Supercell nerf Galadon.